uh, Yasuo combo, and I was like, shit, I want to do this.
Oh, like the AoE comps, the wombo
Yeah,
combos?
yeah, it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
amazing. I was like, I want to do that shit.
Yeah, when you see that, and then it's kind of
hmm
like, I don't know, it's just really satisfying to see like wombos go off.
Yep.
But anyway, so the account you want me to look at, because you have two accounts,
Yes, two
uh,
accounts.
which you both haven't gotten to level 30.
Nope, I played one with Riven, and I realized that
She's
it
too
is
hard.
not my playstyle. Nope, not my playstyle.
She is Riven is good, but you'll only like do well with her if you're super skilled mechanically, and then you go for like outplays all the time. Because if you don't
hmm
do the outplays and like are super mechanically on point, you won't be carrying games because she doesn't really scale hard unless you.
I think I did okay with her while I was playing her. I
Mhm.
don't think it was too bad. But I just realized it's not what I play, how I play.
Mhm.
I'm more of I like to
Shot
kind of
call. Oh.
invest, yep, shot call and invest in others.
Mhm.
And I don't like being the center of attention. I've never loved doing that because
Okay.
just too much for me to
To handle. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got you. I got you. Um, one second. So you said G1 Hada was the one you wanted to look at.
hmm
Okay. So you said you want a main support, and then what's your secondary?
Um, don't know. I
Don't
don't
know.
know. Don't have a secondary yet.
Okay. Um,
What would you recommend?
I mean, my favorite secondary is ADC because of StarCraft. I used to play Terran and stuff, and like the micro involved with kiting and all that stuff is really similar to it, so that's why I picked that up. And then supporting, I like that as well. It's what I do most of the time now.
Mm-hmm.
Like 60% supporting, 40% AD carrying.
Okay.
Just because, I mean, shot calling is fun if you know what you're doing,
I
and
don't. I have no clue what I'm doing.
but you're playing with friends, right? So they teach you the game or something, right? You're not the only one. You're not
I
like going in blind.
actually, yeah, I have one friend that I play with. He's an ADC main.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. We've been winning consistently, which is really nice.
Okay.
He's gold 3, gold 4, no, gold 3. I think
Yeah,
it's
I saw because you do it with him, and then you guys win most
yes.
of the games together, which is good.
hmm
Okay, so I'm gonna look at the most recent one, which is the Alistar game.
Oh yeah, the last two games, I don't know what I was doing. I was just not playing well. But
Boots of Mobility. I feel like the only champion in the entire game who can actually use Boots of Mobility is Alistar. I mean, and
really,
it's not like efficiently either, right? So because think about it, if any champion like buys Boots of Mobility,
hmm
you get hit once and it's basically useless. And
right.
so think about what champion can still get around getting hit once and still make the boots useful. So it's like if you play any laner, like yeah, you can roam a little bit more quickly, but a smart person will attack you or do some damage to you before you can even get close, right? And then after that, it ends up being that now you don't have any more mobility from your boots of mobility, so it
Okay. I
doesn't
mean,
become useful.
my builds are really basic. I always start with the same like item,
I mean,
like the support item, which is probably
I mean
normal.
that's fine.
Yeah.
So whatever,
It,
like on APs, it's fine to go. What do you call it? Spell thief. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I usually just go support item, sightstone,
Hmm.
boots. Um, when I get sightstone, I change to red trinket,
Hmm.
and it just like that. And then I'm probably going locket or frozen heart. I don't know, something like that. Usually.
Make sure you differentiate these, right? So when I see your Lulu game and you go tank Lulu, that makes me like really sad because tank Lulu isn't that strong. Like think about Lulu as a character. You have so much range, right?
Yes.
Why would you ever be in the front taking the damage if you can just abuse the range? It's like playing AD carry and building tank. Like, what's the point, you know?
Okay.
I mean,
Okay, that makes sense.
I see a lot of people in gold and below do this kind of stuff, especially on Lulu, who's like my #1 support, and like me seeing tank Lulu is just like you're wasting all the damage and utility you could have by building AP,
You
but then
know,
you build tank.
I don't see too many Lulu supports, and I don't understand why, because she's pretty good. Like,
Yeah,
really good, actually.
yeah,
Even
exactly.
even when when you're going tank, to be honest. But
So it's what I got the
okay, that
challenger
makes
with.
sense.
Lulu's
Really?
Lulu's my bae. Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
I think she's a great peeler, and she does great damage too. It's a good combo.
Yeah, but what I'd recommend for Lulu is so after you go, so don't get the Ruby Sightstone until like it's the last item you get, right? So the Sightstone is fine, but when you upgrade it for the with the Ruby Crystal to make it the red one, don't
Hmm.
do that until like super late in the game. You don't need that. So what I'd recommend is so going Spell Thieves,
Hmm.
getting boots on your Sightstone, and then after you get those, going for Morellos. I am still in the point of testing out the new mage items because they just added them a
Hmm.
few days ago. But
Yeah.
so far, I still think Morello is the best, just because now you have like you have 100 AP on Morello, and the extra base mana is kind of like, hey, I don't have mana regen, but I have a lot extra mana, so it's it's
Hmm.
not too bad. And then after that, I get Rabadons, or before Rabadons, and between Morello, maybe I'll buy a Locket if I need it. But Locket is like the only defensive item I'll ever buy on Lulu. Other than that, it's like full AP basically. And the reason why is because your speed will increase, your damage will increase, your ult health will increase, your shield will increase, like everything, all your stats will increase. Where if you build
Okay.
tank, there's no point.
Oh, that makes me cringe a little bit.
Right? Because you build
That's
tank, what are you doing?
pointless. It's
None of your
pointless.
stats. Yeah, like
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
nothing. Yeah.
All right. I promise you, man. From now on, I will learn tanky.
But yeah, so I mean, Locket. Like I said, Locket is the only item that is like defensively fine on Lulu, and
Mhm.
Janna. I would say the same thing. Because on Janna I go AP as well. But Locket is
Okay.
somewhere in there. And then so don't take boots of mobility on anyone but Alistar. I'd recommend boots of swiftness on most champions.
Okay.
Um,
And I really like it on Janna because
you
just
can be everywhere.
yeah,
But
basically.
the thing is, like, you might think it's useful because you can be everywhere, but as soon as you waste it and you don't have any more movement speed, because like the thing is, a lot of people in like lower elo don't realize, yeah, mobility is good to roam around the map, but like when you're fighting, you have to be doing consistent damage, right? So even
Hmm.
with Janna and Lulu, you don't have to be an AD carry, but you should be auto attacking during an entire fight. Like it won't make that much of a difference, but you attacking, auto attacking as a support, especially in the early game fights, if you do 5 auto attacks with a damage, that's well worth over 200 health.
Hmm.
And sometimes people will escape with below 200 health
Hmm.
because the support wasn't auto attacking the entire time during the fight.
You see, for me, like it depends on the support. Like with Lulu, I do that, but with Janna, I don't. I do not auto because I try and focus on getting the shield the right time,
Mm-hmm.
peeling. Like I use my W, but that's about it. I don't really focus on trying to auto attack.
You should try to add that to like your focus because especially
Okay.
if you're a range champion, you should be
Hmm.
always able to auto attack. Like I
Right.
know it's hard to weave your spells and thinking about positioning and all that during a fight, but you should be doing it.
Well,
Um,
when I get spell thieves on Janna is usually when I'm up against like a melee support, and then I just try poking with autos,
mhm.
but not during team fights,
Okay.
which that's my problem then.
Um, I think we might be able to fit in 2 replays since the All-Star game is like really short. I can probably go over 2 stuff. Um, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to screen share with you on Skype. If
Hmm.
you want, you can go on my Twitch stream and then watch a delayed version by like 15 seconds there, and then just mute that. Um, it'll be better quality, but it won't be, you know,
I
like
don't think that's a big deal. Let's do
okay,
it through Skype.
okay, cool. So I mean, Skype is like lower frame rate, but it's live, which is the important
Yeah.
part.
I can tell you a couple things I've done wrong this game. Um,
Okay.
or actually in general, I do that sometimes. Is I would like I would place words at the wrong time, and like I would roll at the wrong time. So I'm really like below the
I'm
level I
roaming.
should be.
Okay. Oh wait, so you're saying like when you're roaming, your makes you underleveled?
Yes, when I
Okay.
roam, when I put words on the map, yes.
Okay. Makes sense. Well, I'll go over that then. With Alistar, there's not much. Like, Alistar is a lot simpler to play, I would say, than Janna and Lulu, because you just have to know when to go in. When is a good time to go in, and having quick reaction times. But quick reaction times and all that kind of goes hand in hand with a lot of other
Mm-hmm.
champions.
I've never seen a Gragas support, so that was another thing I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
Cause
Like Gragas support is more like a zoning support. Um, So he's just gonna throw down a barrel in some certain spot and then try to force you out of that position, kind of.
hmm
That's like the only thing he does that's useful. When he's actually fighting, um, like he does a lot of base damage and whatnot,
hmm
and he'll probably just go on your ADC and try to trade with them. But as long as you're as long as the ADC is kiting and you can peel, it should be fine. You should be in these kind of fights, unless you can instantly go on their ADC and your ADC capitalize on them by like a small time window for like positioning.
hmm
It's better for you to go on Gragas at least after level 6 and then tank the ADC's damage. If the ADC on their team gets too close to your ADC, then you just push them away. But for the most part, it'll be Gragas will dive your ADC in a fight. You peel that real quick while their ADC is going for your ADC. But in that 2 seconds, like their ADC isn't in position to hit your ADC.
Okay.
So basically, TLDR version is try to minimize their DPS, right? So Gragas will go in for a quick burst. You make sure you peel for ADC until their ADC gets close to your ADC, and then you knock their ADC or whatever. You peel those guys, you knock them away or something.
hmm
So with Alistar, you'd be queuing Gragas when he's close to your ADC, and like right now. So right in this position is exactly what I'm talking about, minus the ult part. But you see, he goes for your ADC. You
Yep.
walk up to him, you just knock him up with your Q. Their
Mhm.
Draven is focusing you, but you're a lot tankier than Gragas is. So, in this situation, you guys can double trade against Gragas, because your ADC will kite Gragas and he can't do anything.
Okay.
So let me see what you actually do. Okay, you knock him up, nice. Nice. No autos. Okay, there we go, some autos.
Yeah, I think I should have exhausted him. Maybe that would have killed him.
You wouldn't have killed him because Draven would have just healed, but he healed anyway, so this is fine.
Okay.
The only problem was, so, let me speed up again. You took a little bit too much extra damage. So like you autoed Gragas again here, right? You see this? And then you keep walking forward. If you had immediately gone downwards into the brush right here, Draven's next auto wouldn't be going on you and you'd have saved like extra health.
Okay.
Alright, his next auto went on Draven anyway, but
Yeah,
you walked forward.
Usually when I see somebody getting low, I'm just like locked on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, tunnel visioning.
Yep.
Yeah, but this is like getting baited. Like you throw some like 2 nades in cat, and then their fucking opera comes from around. Like if you're playing CT on D2, and you're sitting on bomb site A, and then they're rushing from long, and then you get baited because you think you guys just nade stacked cat and they rushed cat, but they actually didn't rush cat. Like.
I love the analogy, man. It makes it so much easier to understand.
But yeah, like it's something like that basically, where you don't get baited and fucked, because they'll just come around and do extra damage to you.
I got you.
Okay, okay. So combo efficiency. Let me talk about that real quick. So you didn't do it here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so you guys just hit level 2 here, right? Gragas body's.
Yep, that's why I wanted to go on Draven. I didn't think about Gragas.
Yeah. But, so you went on Gragas instead. I think this was a wasted combo, because you're not AP Alistar. I mean, you can go AP Alistar, it's a hidden build. I've done it before. But anyway, early game Alistar, you shouldn't be doing this, right? Because what, you're gonna take off 100 something health from Gragas, and Gragas' passive is he's gonna keep health regenerating, right? So
Okay.
there's no point in you going and wasting it on Gragas because it's not gonna give you anything.
Okay.
If anything were to happen here, you could have walked forward on Draven. If your Draven had thrown the axe and DI'd forward, which means direct inputted forward, which means the axe would have landed in a forward position compared to his current position. But he threw it and DI'd backwards, which means the axe landed backwards, which means you should have completely peeled out of here. If their Draven is good in this situation, you die. Because he will blood rush forward, and within the next, like, 1 second, he's gonna be auto-attacking you.
I mean, another thing I could have done right here is instead of going on, what's it called?
Gragas going on Draven?
Gragas, yeah, I could have flash Q and then E them, W them into Draven.
That would have been fine, yeah. 100%, because their Draven has no heal. So if you would have done that, you would have secured the kill.
Yeah, and I still have an exhaust, so okay.
Yeah. But anyway, so quick thing for combo efficiency. You see how Gragas is next to the wall, right? Their W will stun someone. So if you knock them into the wall, they can sit there for a little bit, for like another second. You can auto them, and then press Q, and then auto them again. Reason why you would want to do that when they're next to a wall is because you can keep them there longer.
Okay.
So you just randomly just full out using your combo here. Good practice, but it's not efficient because he's next to a wall.
Okay.
You want to make sure, like, it isn't important in this situation, really. The important part was to not use your combo on Gragas in this situation, but if you manage to land a combo, like, on Draven, let's say it was Draven in place of Gragas in the same spot, you want to make sure you W, hold it, auto-attack, Q, auto-attack, because then you keep him there way longer, and you waste his time, basically.
Wait, I'm supposed to hold W?
No, so you press W, right? It'll knock him basically next to you, but into the wall, so it still keeps him...
And then you auto Q auto.
Yeah, because that keeps him in that same spot for longer. Because your W stuns them anyway.
Right.
But if they're not against the wall, then you do your combo like you just did, where you just...
WQ?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I think I just freaked out. I just wasn't ready for that.
That happens.
Gragas, yeah.
Damn. Your Draven could have killed him. All he had to do was flash. Feels bad. Anyway.
It's alright. No big deal.
Yeah, it happens. So... if you want to try cheesy builds with Alistar, you can go for Luden's Echo. Like, and not finish your support item.
I don't think I've ever went AP Alistar before. I don't know I didn't even know he's AP. I thought he's AP.
No, you can go AP on Alistar, but it's cheesy, and I mean, it works really well against one support, and that is Morgana. What you want to do against Morgana is you max your W instead of your Q, and you with your W maxed and you going AP like with a Luden's Echo or like AP runes or something. You can instantly pop the black shield, which means you can use your combo on her and still knock her up, or whoever she has black shielded. You've played against Morgana, right?
Yes,
okay.
I've actually tried her, and she's probably my least favorite support in the game.
Oh really? She's like my
third, fourth. So boring. Ugh.
How's she boring?
Oh my god, it's just so linear. There's like, I don't know, I just don't enjoy her. I played her one time, I didn't do well with her, and it's just like, I don't know.
The fun part about her is like knowing how to land your bindings. Whoa. So here, in this situation, you could have flash Q'd him and W'd him into your Draven.
Oh, I mean I pinged Draven and I was like, hey, go in. Or I don't remember if I pinged him or like something. But I think I let him know. Yeah. But he just walked backwards and it's like, ah, dude.
Yeah. I mean this is just a sign of like low skill Draven, because they'll throw their axe and then it'll land backwards instead of forwards. I think you could have gotten your Draven the kill if you had flashed. Obviously, if your Draven was good, he should have been able to get that kill anyway. But anyway.
Okay.
But since you play with your gold friend or whatever, I'm gonna assume you're probably gonna get somewhere around gold as well. I would recommend you play more AP supports than anything. So Lulu, Morgana, you can go like AP Alistar, and kind of cheesy, but I think it still works.
I mean, let me tell you what my favorite supports are.
Okay, go.
Favorite support of all time is probably Bard, but I'm complete garbage with him.
Bard's really hard.
Yep.
Like, really hard.
Complete garbage with Bard. I don't know if you've seen my win rates, like 25%, or no, like 13% or something. Like, okay, I'm gonna not touch him for a while.
Yeah,
my second favorite is probably Janna. I don't know. I feel like she's a playmaker, she's a peeler, and she's just a great champion. She's really OP in my opinion.
We'll go over Janna game next time.
Sure. And for my third, I'm not sure. I like Braum, I like Alistar, and I like Thresh. I don't know which one I like best from them.
Braum is really strong.
Yeah.
Like stupid strong. I hate that champion.
He's funny.
Janna, there's a lot of intricacies, I guess, but she's easy to pick up. Also, I wouldn't recommend playing her unless you're duoing with someone. Because if you try to play a champion that makes plays and your teammates don't follow up, that's going to be like really frustrating. And something that's going to happen if you play by yourself in ranked or whatever, once you get to level 30.
Yeah, I've noticed this game is not about making plays, it's more about making sure the enemy does something stupid and capitalize on it.
Yep, exactly. Making plays is if you have like 5 people, you know, you've played before with, and then you can actually work as a team, then by all means you can make the plays. But until then, it's more about outplaying people and just making them make mistakes.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway, so let me see how much more I can give you about Alistar during this game, because
well, it's about to go down from here.
Okay.
Like that was like the okay part, and then from here it just went downhill.
Because I mean, there's a lot more detailed stuff like minion wave control and whatnot, but since you're new to the game, I don't think it matters right now. I think you just focus on.
Another question I've got.
Go for it.
I didn't put a ward in the bush on the river close to our lane because it's Volibear. Is that correct? Because Volibear can't like just jump over that wall real quick and then go gank.
Yeah, he can't. So that's fine.
So okay.
I mean, you going for this word here is really good because you can tell whether he does Gromp or he does whatever golems.
Yeah.
So with this kind of ward, actually, what I would have done, because you put down 2 words, right? Your use of that 2 words isn't efficient. So why I say it's not efficient is because if you have this word here,
you can see him going down.
You can see him going down, right? So you don't really need the one in the dragon or by next to the dragon, right?
Okay.
But so if you have this word here, you'll know whether he goes down or if he goes back into his jungle, right? So what if you could have greeted? I mean, just gone a little further. You should have placed a ward like up here, right? Because if you put a ward here, you can keep your mid laner safe too. You putting the ward at dragon only slightly keeps you safe. If you ever see volley just go down this way into river,
yeah, just back.
Just back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's no point in like trying to be like having an extra ward inside the river. Oh, he's definitely going bottom. He didn't turn to go mid. You know, like this ward is here is enough. But because he might not go for blue or Gromp, you want to have this word here in case he goes for a gank on your mid laner, and this way you keep your mid laner safe, and you know you have more influence than just bot lane.
Sounds good.
Which is really important to keep. But anyway. And then you like walked back for no reason.
I walked back because I was pinging my mid laner to like, hey, let's steal that, but they died, so I was like, and then I just turned back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's another thing I do. I would think too much about what to do next. I know, like you're supposed to like.
I mean,
choose one thing and go for it.
Okay, so you pinging for the buff right there, if your jungler was on the bottom side of the map, I think it would have been fine. But since your laner was like, the wave was set in the middle or whatever, your laner can't really roam, right? Your mid laner could have only come if they had pushed up the entire wave to the tower and then they could leave their lane. But because they didn't, you weren't in a position to really contest it, so you shouldn't have even tried. But
Okay.
anyway,
It's probably again ties into me kind of just locking in one thing and like just focusing on
but
that.
you had the right idea. You just you have to see when it's correct to do it.
Okay.
Okay, 1 second here. Let me see something. Okay, so let me see how you played this. Okay, so Bard or not Bard, Gragas just used Flash E. Which means he's gonna throw his ult next.
Yep, and I don't know if you know this over here, I'm level 4 because I just didn't take all that XP that I should have.
Because you're behind. But anyway, so the problem here, and why you guys didn't win this, was because you comboed the wrong person.
I should have won for Draven?
Yeah, think about it. Gragas basically used all his abilities. What is he gonna do?
Well, I went for my combo right as he used his ult, which I thought he's gonna ult and I tried to stop it.
Okay, but okay, let me put it this way. Even if you had comboed him, and then 2 seconds later he uses his ult, are you reducing the amount of damage Gragas is gonna do in the whatever next 6 seconds of the team fight?
Right, no I don't.
Because Gragas is a support, so he uses spells which he already used, like his E, Flash, whatever, and then he's not really going to do any much more damage after he uses his spells for a good 6 seconds. But Draven, on their team, is going to be doing a lot of damage throughout the entire fight. If you can stop him from auto-attacking, or if you can make him drop axes, you guys win the fight. Because
you see, I just... stuff like that doesn't go through my head. I don't know if it's because I'm new or I'm just stupid. But...
come on, man. When I started this game, I was garbage at it too. Not saying you're garbage. I think you're a lot better than where I was when I started. But like,
oh, thanks, man. I'm just like, my thinking is really basic. It's super basic. As soon as I'm going, I'm like, oh, I'm going in here. You know, like that's what goes through my head. I don't think about, okay, well, he just used all his skills.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't know everything because you're new to the game, and that's why I'm here to help, right?
so if I don't want it to be like you just tell me one time and I'll try and memorize what you said. I want it to be more of like, how do I learn to do that myself? You know?
Yeah. So I mean, what I'm trying to say in this situation, this is pretty generic, and I guess you will learn this more through what the champions do. But in general, supports are spell-based, right?
Yes.
So think about Morgana or like Janna or even like Lulu or something. Like if any of those supports walk up and use their entire combo, are they gonna do any damage in the next 5 seconds? Or any significant damage?
Nope. They're gonna auto.
Exactly. And whose auto is stronger in those 5 seconds? The AD carries or the supports?
Definitely the AD carries.
Right. So
okay.
So what I'm saying here in this situation is broad for like most fights. So if anything like that ever happens, even with other supports, you should be focusing their AD carry to just disrupt them doing damage in the fight.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, I mean,
that makes sense.
At least you tried. At least you're landing your combos though.
I actually practiced it in the custom.
The Alistar combos? Nice. Oh god. I remember when I tried to play Alistar when I started the game. Oh god.
Well, when I first played him, like the first time, I went like 1-8-3 or something. I didn't know what I was doing. Oh, yeah. Like I couldn't combo at all. Yeah.
But
you gotta time it.
You seem to have picked them up pretty well though, so good job on you. Anyway, I'm gonna zoom up.
Oh, over here I make another big mistake. I right there I was backing, and as soon as I saw the TP, I thought I should probably stay.
What
because
TP?
You'll see the TP in a second.
Okay, so first problem, you exhausted Gragas.
I didn't want to die.
Yeah, but who cares? Like,
you see, that's probably why my win rate's not that high, but my KDAs are higher, because I try not die as much as I can.
I mean, that's a good thing.
Right.
But so in this situation, what you should have done was immediately combo Gragas. You wouldn't have ever needed to exhaust. You would have gotten out with like almost dying in what do you call it, in health, but you could have gotten out without using exhaust. Because like wasting exhaust in this situation and not saving it for their ADC, it's like really risky. Obviously, since you're not playing against really good players, they won't take advantage of a timing for exhaust. But when you play against better people and like their lanes has exhaust over your lanes, if they go all in on you, you guys lose 100%. Right. So for you, it might only affect 1% of your games, but as you get better and you play against better people, it'll start affecting more of your games if you do something like this.
Yeah, it's more for the habits, right?
Yeah.
Just to make habits, correct habits.
Yep. And then the thing is, even though he did that, you still didn't use your Q or your W. Yeah, so if you had even like Q'd there, like you would have made it way easier for everyone on your team to do damage, and Shyvana wouldn't have exhausted here. And that means you would have had another good exhaust on your team.
Okay.
And so on and so on. But
and you see that TP, I see both of my laners, I'm like, oh, I should probably stay. That was a bad idea.
See, no, this is not a bad idea.
No?
But the thing is,
I died from this. I knew Draven was bot lane. I knew it. Like, I knew he was there because...
Oh, wait. Oh, that was his axe. I was like, wait a minute. Right. I keep forgetting that there's 2 Dravens.
I try and play draft, but, like, I don't know why sometimes it takes, like, no joke, 45 minutes.
The thing is, it's, like, since you're low level, not a lot of people play draft. You should just play normals until you can get level 30, and then you should play draft.
Okay.
Because you're just not going to find people your level and enough people to play with. But anyway, so you could have... If your Draven was good, like, the Trundle there would have died, and then what you could have done in that situation was also flash the other Draven's ulti, so you didn't need to die. But you comboing there, it made it necessary so that your Shyvana and your Draven like could do damage. But hold on 1 second. Let me go. I need to make sure I watch this TP one more time. The only thing is you kind of comboed too early, so if you would have just sat in the brush a little bit longer, I would have waited for Trundle to use his pillar first, because his pillar is going to slow people and catch people out of position. But if you waited until after he pillared and stayed in that brush to use your combo, you would have given Draven enough time to reposition, and maybe he would have stayed alive during this instead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I was thinking about the other Draven's ult coming our way.
Yeah, it happens. But I think like the more you play the game, the more you'll figure out like small stuff like this, right? So, since this is like a really specific situation, if you want to apply it to a broader sense, you want to save your combo or whatever your spells do to be as effective as possible. And in this situation, the way it's the most effective as possible is to deny Trundle his gap closer, which is his pillar, and allow your team to reposition when he does use a pillar.
Okay.
But like this would be like really specific here, so I still feel like if you see Trundle, basically, if you see Trundle like using a pillar to try and engage on your team, and one of your carries is caught out of position, you might have to go in and ult, or whatever, do your combo, and then ult when you get CC'd or something, and then walk out. just to save someone or have a better engage than them. Again, it's like really specific, and you're gonna learn from these situations, but just keep in mind the concept of minimizing the enemy team's DPS, keeping your carries alive, and stuff like that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes complete sense.
Okay. Where is Alistar? You should be helping Draven here do the golems.
Oh, he was flaming me, so I don't know, just like in my head I just like didn't want to help him out with anything, which is bad. I know.
Okay, then I'm just gonna stop here, because if he's flaming you, then that means you're tilting, and there's no point in watching the game when you're tilted anyway, because you're just not gonna play, optimally. Because you're gonna be like, fuck this guy, I don't want to play with him, I don't want to win this game, get me out of this game, stuff.
I mean, I don't think I've ever flamed somebody, but it really I like when I play, I take it really seriously, which is not good either.
I mean, I think it's good to take it seriously. It's just like, the best thing to do is just ignore everyone, like literally just mute everyone, because as soon as somebody flames you, you're gonna like not want to win the game, or just you're gonna feel bad or something, and it's gonna affect how you play, and that's not good.
Okay.
So do you want to watch the Janna loss, the 2-1, or the Janna win, the 0-0?
I would watch anything. I think that I just play the same way every game, so
Okay.
I don't think it should matter too much.
So then we can figure out what you could have done better in this game.
For sure.
So far it's mostly like, at least with Alistar, it's mostly like lane mistakes, because your Draven should have been super fed, and then you guys should have won from there. The team fight stuff, whatever, you were really behind, and the other guys were flaming, so the game was too tilting at that point. Okay.
Well, I still shouldn't have made those mistakes,
Oh yeah. Obviously, you're trying to play as perfect as possible, so that statistically you have the highest chance of winning, and stuff like that. But it doesn't always happen that you play optimally.
I was looking at some of like the LCS or like high challenger master tier support players, and they all have like pretty low KDAs but really high win rates.
So the reason is because sometimes it's just like in chess. Of course, you want to trade a pawn for a queen.
Yes.
Like, why not? In a lot of situations, you're gonna come down to, can you die so that your team can kill this carry? And you go, hell yeah, you want to do that.
I've never seen that in like my games. So if you see something like that where I could have done that, could you tell me?
Sure.
Okay.
The one thing you can do with Janna is flash ulti and separate their team. What I would recommend doing before you flash ulti, though, is throwing a tornado in the direction that you're going to push them in. So you flash ulti, and then your tornado finishes exactly right when you flash ulti, and your tornado knocks up like 2 or 3 people, and that's like even more CC. But this is like a really complex combo to get off.
I don't think it's too complex. I'll do that.
You think you can do it? Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, it's just like, the reason I say it's complex is because you have to think about, where are they going to be right when I flash or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
And can you flash right in between or right in the exact spot you want to split up their team optimally or something like that? Because obviously you don't want to flash ult and throw their tank into your team. Like, what's that going to do?
To be honest, I think that my micro play is not too bad, but my macro is terrible. That's what I want to focus on more, is when to do what to do and why.
Makes sense. Okay.
See, I used like my autos like that to get my Spell Thieves procs. I do that, but like in team fights, I don't think I auto.
Okay. So, I mean, it's fine, but so first mistake already. Do you see Thresh anywhere?
No.
Do you see where ADC is? Do you see how far his ADC walked up?
Yes.
Did you do anything to punish him? I mean, you autoed him once, but that's it.
I took my shield. I could have shielded Ezreal so he does more damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now, Jin should have already lost 300 health from max health for walking up that far.
Okay.
But him walking up and you only autoing him once and then you not shielding Ezreal, this made it so you don't punish Jin hard enough.
Okay. I think I shielded him right there. Yeah, I thought he's gonna go for like a Q or something, but he didn't.
Yeah, so. Mistake numero uno.
That's another thing. When I play with my duo, it's like a different game. It is so different.
Because he shot calls for you or something, or what?
No, it's because we work we do things like we think about the same thing before we do it. Mm-hmm. You know, like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna shield you. He knows when I'm shielding him, he's going into auto them. Like it's a better synergy. Okay. A lot better synergy.
That makes sense. Of course, you should have better synergy with people you play with and with people you're in comms with.
Yeah.
But anyway, so more mistakes. Similar mistakes. Okay. So watch again. Where's Jin? Where's Thresh?
Thresh.
So one auto, and then you turn around. You could have gotten another auto.
But then the minions would focus me, no?
Yeah, but you can walk in the brush and you'd only take like 3 minion shots.
Oh, okay.
You can juggle the brush to juggle the minion aggro. And then here's one problem. So you walking up to Jin gets Ezreal like you screw over Ezreal in this situation by doing what you just did. So I mean, it was a good idea, but it would have been a good idea if Thresh wasn't there. So you walked up to Jin, shielded yourself, autoed him twice, and then backed off. Whereas if Ezreal had the shield, he'd be doing way more damage, and you guys would out DPS them. But so Ezreal in this situation, because he sees you go in, and you shield yourself, he ends up trying to go for Jin, and then Thresh is there, and then kind of screws him over.
Oh, okay. I see why I'm... Okay, because maybe that's why I have like a higher KDA, but like a lower win rate. Because I'm really selfish when I support it, which is not good.
I mean, you had the right idea, but the problem was Ezreal was out of position, and then you end up shielding yourself, which is not efficient. If you wanted to do that, you'd shield Ezreal, and then you guys would keep going in. But what happens is, you do that, Ezreal's still committed, you walk away, and now Ezreal's 1v2ing for the next few seconds, which is a problem.
Okay.
If you see what's going on and Ezreal's still there, you don't want to turn around at all in this position. Why? Because even if they hook Ezreal and they're going like all in, this is still level 1 or whatever. What do you call it?
Jin is level 2. And I can auto. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Right now you should be autoing Jin, and then if Ezreal starts getting too low, then you go ahead and exhaust Jin. But what are you doing for the next 2-3 seconds?
Nothing of one.
One auto finally at the end of that.
Yeah. I think, you know why I think I auto there? Because I got, on my spell piece, I think I got 1 stack.
Oh, that 1 stack on spell piece. Dude, you exhausted so late.
Yeah.
Wow. You should have exhausted when Jin autoed and queued. Like, Ezreal would have 100 extra health right now.
Okay.
And if you had 100 extra health right now, guess who you can kill? Thresh. And if you had autoed from the beginning of the game, like, 100% efficiently, how much health would Jin have right now? Like, at least 100 less health.
Yeah, and if I shielded Ezreal, they would be even lower than what they are right now, and Ezreal would be higher in health.
Yep.
I might be lower, which doesn't really matter because I'm Janna.
Yep.
Okay.
So, if you had fixed all the mistakes I just called right here, if they were still fighting here, you guys would like kill both of them.
Okay.
But the fact that, you know, those mistakes all happened is the reason why you guys don't get a double kill in this situation, or like if they had like committed more. Okay. It's the reason why you guys don't get a double kill in this situation, even though Jin's level 2. Because you misplayed it.
Okay.
So this would be basically like a reason you'd win the game, almost. If you guys can get a double kill this early and be like already ahead, then, you know, you guys might have won the game right here, as opposed to you going 2-1 and whatever, 13, whatever your end score was, and losing the game.
Okay. So I should just kind of use my... I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, but I think we got a kill right there. Maybe?
If you had shielded Ezreal, you would have gotten, like, Ezreal would have gotten the kill. You shielded yourself again.
You see, I don't I didn't think about that. I was like, I'm close to. Yeah, I think he dies right here. Yeah. I was thinking in my head, oh, Thresh is here. I'll shield myself so I can poke him a little bit harder. I didn't think Ezreal's gonna follow up on that. And just again, I'm tunneling, which is terrible.
Yeah. So I want you to think about one thing though. So since level 1, you saw Ezreal immediately went in on the target you were autoing. You should realize he plays to follow up with you, right? So you should understand how he plays here, and immediately start reacting to it, right? So that if you see like Thresh out of position or whatever, you save your shield because Ezreal's coming. Because Ezreal always follows what you're doing.
Okay, so I should read my ADC's playstyle and play accordingly.
Yeah.
Okay.
But usually also the other thing is just try to save your shield for your ADC because you're just shielding yourself just to do like 20 extra damage there, as opposed to your ADC who can actually has spells that utilize AD. Like your ADC can do a lot more with the shield, and so you guys give first blood instead of taking it here, just because you were greedy with your shield.
Okay.
So.
Oh man, after you saying all that, I knew I need to improve a lot, but it's like, damn it.
There's a lot of small stuff though that you see, like all the stuff that I just pointed out in this lane.
All matters.
Only in 60 seconds could have changed the entire game for you.
Yeah, yeah. That's one of the things I really like about this game is like, there's always something you can do better. Always. Like there's so many factors in this game. It's not very linear. It's not boring. I guess it's like, you gotta know what you're doing. Yep. And
the more mistakes you notice, the more mistakes you can capitalize on. Yep. Okay. But anyway, so you come back to lane. They're going in on Ezreal again.
I'll actually do that a little bit.
Yeah, nice.
There we go, that's the shield I should have done before as well. He still died though.
Yeah. If Thresh would have flayed you though, you would have died to minions in that case. Wow, this guy's crazy.
He's going ham, man.
Yeah. So okay, you didn't have any money when you went back, so another thing, don't waste your tornado like the way you're doing it right now and the way you were doing it in the fight. Like you're not charging it up. The more you charge it up, the more damage it does. Wait, so let me actually go back and see.
Well, over there, as soon as I saw them going on Ezreal, I just wanted to like cease them for a second so he can leave, because it wasn't a good position right there.
Yeah.
If I charged it, they would have probably done more damage to him, don't you think?
I think so. So in this situation, if you had just saved it up, what I would have done is, let's see. I wouldn't have let go of it immediately. I would have charged it not for max, but for a little bit longer, right? So you can put it here, and then have the tornado go like this direction or something like that. Reason why is because Ezreal's going down, so Jin's gonna go down, or like he's gonna go somewhere in this path to chase him. But if your tornado is here, if your tornado is there, here, and charging up, it's gonna have like, it's gonna be somewhere linear where it just goes this way, right?
Okay.
So it's towards where Jin is a little bit and where he's gonna be. And if you had charged it like a little bit longer, you would do like maybe 20 extra damage. But I mean, 20 extra damage is pretty significant because I think it's what Jin gets away with. Doesn't get away with, but forces you guys to do an extra order of damage, waste a little bit more time. But so
just basically you just want me to like maximize what I do, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can maximize your damage, it's the like most beneficial thing in the situation.
Right.
So what ends up happening is if you had placed it there, Jin right now would be at 100 health because you would have let it go, and he'd be getting knocked up.
And then he would die 100%. Before, and Maestro wouldn't have died there. Okay. Oh man, it's just like the tiniest things, man, which make all the difference. It's crazy. I never looked at it that way.
Okay, so right here, he would already be dead if you had held your tornado longer.
Yep.
So he wouldn't have gotten the Q off if you had held your tornado to throw in that direction, because using it like random, it wasn't randomly, but you used it too quickly. So Jin would have already died right now, and there would be no Q used. So Ezreal right now would have 200 health instead of 100 health, and then he'd be able to walk into the brush, and then the next auto by Thresh wouldn't have killed him. I don't think Ezreal would have lived, but maybe if you had charged up your tornado and then done all those things correctly in this brush here, maybe you could have had Ezreal live a little bit longer for your shield to come up, and then you guys could go all in on Thresh again. Like, there was a small window, but it would have to happen after the minions left.
Okay.
So do you see what I mean?
Yes.
So Ezreal would have lived there for another like 2 seconds. You had your tornado up. You'd be charging it in the second brush. You'd throw it down towards Thresh. You'd be charging it up. You wouldn't want to use it immediately, because then, as soon as that would happen, you'd have like 3 seconds or less on your shield, and by the time Thresh walks up into auto range again, you'd have shield for Ezreal. Ezreal having his shield and Q and some autos on him, he can chunk out Thresh at least another 300 health, and he can actually kite away from Thresh, because the minions would be what do you call it? All the minions would be going up towards the tower if you guys are kiting away towards the second brush. So Thresh wouldn't have the minion advantage.
Okay.
And you would still be autoing Thresh in the situation. So either Ezreal gets the kill on Thresh, or you do, and Ezreal dies. But it would be like another close situation.
Okay.
That you guys could push
just
further.
Just to maximize it.
Damage, yeah.
Gotcha.
But this is like, all of these situations are like so fine, like small. It's like, I would say it's really tough to actually play them appropriately, especially since it's 2 people. But I mean, in that situation there, it was possible for you to do that.
Yep. I just, stuff like that doesn't go through my head.
So I mean, I'm not trying to make it like you said, because you don't want to memorize situations, but I want you to look at optimizing your damage, right? So if you just randomly throw out a Q, even right here when you're throwing it at minions, you should be holding it and having it charge up. So what you...
Oh, right there, I think it was because there was a caster minion
that you wanted to kill with it?
Yeah.
I think you just walked up to it and autoed it.
I did. It was like an auto, like he had like less than like half an auto health, and then the turret hit him, and then I hit him, and I didn't think it's gonna kill him, but it did. That's why I queued that, so I can get it. But yeah.
What I would do in this situation, even if I'm gonna lose that minion, I would charge up a tornado and throw it towards the center of this wave.
To chunk it down.
To chunk it down and have it airborne longer, so that it doesn't all hit the tower.
Okay.
You can like slow it down from hitting the tower. Not that it does much, but that's what I would do.
If I shield a turret, I don't know that, but if I shield a turret, does it get like extra damage on stuff? No?
It just gives it extra health.
Okay. That would be kind of cool.
That'd be broken.
Nope.
Oh, he didn't stop his back.
I was kind of mad after this. I was like, I hit him. I hit him. I saw it like hit him. What the heck?
Just a little bit too late. But anyway, so you should have shielded Kindred. I think she did more damage in that situation.
Okay.
So as soon as like Lee went over, you still like stayed there for too long.
I don't know. I just, when somebody's low and I'm support like Janna or something, I want to stay with them a little bit closer. You know, like just until they back. Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
Ah, אני בשיחה, כן. Okay. Sorry, my dad just want to ask me something. Go ahead.
You're good. Okay. So here's the other thing with Janna. So you know how you kind of roamed here? You left lane, you left, and then went up. As soon as you saw Ezreal go back down towards lane, you should have started a tornado towards try. And this is something I will do like really often. If I'm ever leaving lane, I'm putting a tornado to save my my AD carry. And what I mean by that is, I roam. I give my AD carry like 5-10 seconds of safety with my tornado by making it some blocking thing, right? Or just having the enemy bot lane think I'm still there. Before I roam, I'll put a tornado or something. So I would have had something here spawning that would already go this way. And why I would do that is because Ezreal is walking this way, and he's kind of in danger because like the minion wave positioning. And you guys know that these guys are sitting here anyway. So what I would do is, when I was at try, and then you see Ezreal going down, I throw a tornado here, even if I still want to protect Kindred.
Right.
And then just have this going down.
In just in case. It's not gonna hurt to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't really waste all your mana, but it's better to do this like as a safety precaution, as opposed to not doing it at all. Because now look what happened to your Ezreal, and then you waste the tornado here. It's not really wasted, but
I play more on reflexes rather than like thinking about it.
Yeah, but what do you call it? So, I guess you can just add this to your things you do with Janna. So if you ever like even leave lane like in that situation, for safety you can just throw a tornado down to where you think they're gonna.
They think I'm still there.
Yeah. Because also if you put the tornado where you did like out of vision from them, if you put it in like the try or somewhere, because they have this place warded here. So if you do it out of the try, they'll know what direction it's headed in. But if they didn't have the ward there, it'd be even better. Because, like, this is a really small situation. People don't usually ward there. But if you didn't have it warded there, what you would be doing is creating huge pressure because they don't know which direction your tornado is headed in. So that's also why it would be really helpful. And if your ADC is good, obviously you can take advantage because he knows which way your tornado is headed. Because
every time I throw the tornado, or if I charge it up, at least I always like think which direction it's gonna go.
I mean that's really good for people on like lower elo because they won't know. But if you watch
elos, you know.
But like so if you because hold on, the reason why high elo knows is because you face the direction that you throw your tornado in for a split second. Okay. So if you ever like start your tornado where someone has vision, they'll always know which direction it's headed in.
Okay.
Anyway, so right now this is just poor reaction timing because yeah, okay. So that's what happens. I mean, maybe if you had exhausted Lee in time, you'd be able to save him.
Do you have exhaust? I do. I could have flashed. But that's like.
You didn't need to flash exhaust though.
Oh. That would be like really clutch though. Like it's not.
So I mean, the first thing would have been to not shield Ezreal because he's not taking any damage anyway.
I was just like, he's really low. What if they like flash Q or something? I don't know. Like I just
flash Qing. You should be able to react to a flash Q. Right?
Oh man.
But yeah, so first mistake is shielding Ezreal because there's no way he's taking damage.
Yeah, I thought that's gonna fly on him.
Okay, so as soon as you see this Lee Q, you should be going. And right now, oh wait, you don't have exhaust. Just kidding.
Okay.
My bad.
I mean, even if I had exhaust, I'm not sure if I would have used it. So you can say it anyways.
It doesn't matter. But so yeah, I wouldn't have used the shield there, and then maybe you could have saved Kindred. But I mean, that's not really your fault there. Oh, that was really good. Whoa.
I felt really good about that.
If you can do that often, you'll become like top tier Janna player.
I usually when I see something that's gonna fly our direction, or so like somebody, I I'll try and cue them before they hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Before they hit us, like Lee Sin. I don't know what else is there, like Alistar,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
stuff like that. I will look at that because I know I can knock them up before they actually hit my champion.
So this is why I say Janna is really hard to play. Because obviously she's easy to pick up and just shield people and do something.
Mhm.
But a good Janna will always be able to at least have a good efficiency with canceling spells.
Mhm.
Because your ult and your tornado can cancel spells.
They both. Okay. Yeah.
So if you can reduce the enemy team's DPS by canceling spells like that, you'll be in an even better spot to like carry games.
Honestly, I really love Janna. Honestly, I think she's a really good support. She's fun to play as well, and she's easy. Well, she's not easy, but like she's really easy to pick up, like you said. But yeah, here I roam. I don't know if I should have done that, but like that's what I do sometimes. I'm like, oh, I have words in my backpack. I mean, in my like inventory, backpack, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put them on the map, because my friend, he was like, you should have like a word a minute on the map, and I'm like, holy guacamole, I don't know if I can do that.
Word a minute.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. That's quite a lot.
That's what he said. I was aiming for that. Which, like, when I look at pros, they have like 30 to like 50 words a game, and I have usually around 10, 15 a game max.
Yeah, but so if you're looking at pro games, the thing is, lane phase and all this stuff usually ends really early, and teams are roaming a lot. You'll see mostly when in pro games, people are under-leveled. Just because they'll all like group, like, what do you call it, like do a lane swap or something. And top laners are going to be really under-leveled, support somewhat under-leveled, and like people go for like quick towers and quick gold, quick objectives, as opposed to being lane level. Because it's just like how the swapping ends up, working out.
So could you give me like kind of like a blueprint to when I should roam to word?
So with Janna, it's really easy to roam when you get boots, or in general with all supports, right after you back. You should be taking a route towards mid. So give me 1 second. Let me go over.
Oh, it's already been an hour. I mean, if you need to go.
No. I'm finishing this.
Okay.
We have plenty of time. Yeah, I got you. So anyway, I talked about these words. You already do them, or like some of them. So you pink the... yeah, go ahead.
It depends on the jungler we're up against. If it's like Alistar, I would ward like the bush instead of like where the dragon is. I almost always put the one in their jungle. But yeah, like it depends on like who's their jungler. That's where I word differently. So
that makes sense.
Okay.
But anyway, so one thing I want to say is you put your pink in like a really good spot. I'm not sure if you did that intentionally, but you put it like towards the bottom side here, right?
Yeah, because it's closer to us, so
yeah,
it's easier to contest it. Yeah.
Oh, good. You already know this.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Nice. Also, so you could also put a pink ward mid if you want to help your mid laner, and then you put it in the same spot, so it's harder to contest.
I feel like
put it towards the bottom brush.
I feel like that bush, the one you were just marking, is like I hate that bush so much because it doesn't give. I don't think it gives a lot. Yeah, because when I was playing Riven, I would play mid sometimes, and if I put like a ward right there, right?
Yep.
As soon as I see the jungler, it's probably too late. Like,
well, the thing is, it's too late if you're past this line.
Okay.
If you're sitting in the middle, or like anywhere here, if you see their jungler coming, you can get out easily.
Okay.
Especially as Riven, like you have so much mobility.
Yeah. Okay.
But so the thing is, if you plan to push up past this line, you need to have a ward here.
A deeper one.
Or here, like so here or here. Because of this, or also try to put one like at Raptors here. Because I mean, the dangerous things when you're pushing up past here, you have to think about what junglers they have. If it's Zac, that's why you need to have this word here. or like you wouldn't be able to go for this bush here. So you basically have to play towards this half of the map if you're pushing up and you're playing against Zach, because you don't have the, what do you call it? You can't really ward this brush here.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
So that would be like a specific situation. But yeah, so when you're roaming, right after a back, as a support, you should be going this way, even putting a green ward here if you can.
So I should be doing that?
You should be doing this almost every back.
Okay.
And then after that, just going back down bottom. Because you're way faster than your ADC, and by the time you do this, you're already going to meet up with your ADC who's already going bottom.
Okay.
What this also helps you do is in that like 5 seconds that you're in this area here, if you see like your mid laner going all in or their mid laner going all in, guess what?
I could help them.
Hell yeah, and you can give your like team a kill or something like that, or save your teammate. But this is actually something I do like really often with Lulu, and I've done it so many times where I've made it so their mid laners are scared of doing anything. So, you know, as you play with better people, they have more map awareness, right? So what I end up doing is, if I'm bottom, I will sit somewhere where they don't have vision of me, or they don't know where I am, but I'm still kind of bot lane. And this lack of vision of where I am causes their mid laner to play really safe because they think I'm going mid or something like that. And some like sort of like mind game and stuff you can abuse. But even in your situation, you should be able to do stuff like that, where if you've come mid often enough, their mid laner is going to be like, well, shit, I can't do anything because, you know, whatever their support is going to keep roaming mid. Or you can even make them mad, actually. I've seen plenty of like silver and gold games where the mid laner will get mad because, you know, the enemy support...
Like, where's the support mid? Yeah. I've done that before.
So if you can do that, you know, props to you. But yeah, so wards in this area. This pink ward is if you're playing against junglers who invade your junglers, so Nidalee, Kindred, Lisa. Maybe. It's really good to have this ward here. This pink here, it's like slightly offensive, slightly defensive. It helps like against Udyr a lot, or like even counter jungling junglers. It's kind of like all around kind of ward. This ward is useful when you're playing against junglers who don't have like quick gap closers, right? So like it wouldn't help against Zac or, you know, stuff like that, or like it would be good against Eve or anybody who requires like melee range, basically, to be doing this stuff. But these three pink wards is what you should be looking at most of the time. And
I almost always put a pink ward where or try bush, almost always.
I mean, that's fine if you guys are pushed up, or if you guys feel like you guys are gonna get dove or something. It's a really safe ward to do, so there's nothing wrong with this, because then you can give your jungler free ganks bot lane as well. But if you feel like your lane can play really safe and not die, but you need to keep your mid laner safe or something like that, then by all means you should be focusing these kind of wards instead. But anyway, so yeah, this kind of path is what you want to be looking for on this side of the map. Mirror it on the other side of the map. So other side of the map.
I figured.
This
yeah,
whatever, and then go back this way or this way, depending on where the wave is. It's a little bit like more complicated on this side of the map, but
should I ever go and put a pink in the bush next to the mid lane turret on the right side, behind the wall?
Here?
You know what I'm talking about? Nope.
Wait,
more up.
Here?
Nope. Up.
Here?
Nope. A little more.
Here?
Yo. Right there.
If you're playing what, blue side or red side?
Blue side.
I would only go for this one if it's like later in the game, and your team is like rotating or going for dragons, and it's like, I would say at least 10 minutes in the game or something, and your teammates are kind of near, or you have vision of their team. Because this kind of ward is really risky. But the reason why you'd want to have this ward is maybe this tower is down, and like third fire dragon, or just any dragons about to spawn that's important. Usually fire dragons are the only useful ones. But like Fire Dragon spawns, and you want to have this here, and then like another ward here, so something here and here, so that you can see which way their team is coming.
Okay.
And rotate it appropriately. If you have a ward in here, if you have this ward here, and you guys are doing dragon, I would recommend putting a ward in this brush as opposed to on top here. Reason being is because if you guys end up having a team fight in this location, your team needs to have vision of the brush here.
Okay.
And having vision on top here is less important. I mean, you kind of do have vision if you do have this word, but this inside the brush is really important to have vision if there's a team fight there.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty much how you should be covering these. Hopefully that makes sense.
I should put words every time I back.
Yeah, you should be going here and dropping a ward or something almost every single time. At least like a quick roam and going back bottom.
Okay.
Every time you back. One thing though, so it's if you back by yourself and your ADC is like still in lane or something, you can skip this and just go to lane directly if your ADC needs help. Or if your ADC like backs is like kind of like late after you back, then what you can do is take a longer path.
Okay.
You could even go top. This you can only do this if your ADC like backs really late or something. Because the reason why I'm saying this is because if your ADC backs 10 or 15 seconds after you back, you can't do much unless there's a fight mid. You can go for deep wards in this like situation if your ADC backs late and then go to lane or whatever. But also know you have the ability to go top lane in the situation. I would go top if you see your jungler on top side of the map, because then you guys can do like a 3-man tower dive top.
Okay.
I would do this if you're on comms or you're playing with like better people.
I feel like that would really tilt the top lane.
Yeah. But I'm just letting you know the stuff I do. So this is like kind of like common paths and whatnot that I will take, and in those situations, how I react to them.
Okay.
Because I will do stuff like this if I see it. But obviously, if you're playing in bronze or silver, I'm not sure exactly how relevant or how much your team will actually listen to you and follow up. I don't think the game is as fun if people don't, play. But don't play as in, they don't make plays together as a team. They just keep going for random stuff. But anyway, if you're on comms or whatever, or you're past gold, even I think in gold people will start listening to you and do stuff like this, and it will be good. But until then, I doubt you could make this kind of play. But no, it exists, and you can do it. Anyway, so back to here. Okay. You see, you did the tornado real quickly again.
I should stop doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because what ends up happening here is you kind of like screw. Well, okay. So if Kindred was good, she'd escape here, assuming you use your tornado right. So wait a minute, did I take a screenshot? There we go. So what you should be doing here is if Kindred's good, she's gonna use her Q because she has her W. You know what her W does?
It's the like area thing, right?
Yeah, it's this area thing. It has her wealth, but it also does. Every time she uses her Q, she has like reduced cooldown on it.
Oh yeah, like a really short cooldown.
Yeah, so if she was good, Kindred hops over this wall here, and what you should have done from the beginning of the game, or from the beginning of this fight, you'd have had a tornado here, and you would throw it down this way, so that she has a quick escape path, like going this way or going in this direction.
I got another question. If I charge up my Q more, does it not come up for a longer time too?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's like really useful.
Okay.
But yeah, so you should be looking for this kind of stuff. Using it quickly there, especially not cancel. You can use it quickly if you can cancel a Lee Sin Q.
Yep.
But other than that, he already used it, so you can't really do anything else at this point.
Okay.
Kindred also has to play the spell for her to get out alive, but
it doesn't matter what they're supposed to do. They care what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. Because now look here, if you had been charging it in those 2 seconds or whatever, Lee Sin should already be dead right now.
Okay.
Huh. Yeah. Because Lee Sin wouldn't be autoing here, and Kindred would have lived a little bit longer, and Kindred would have been able to get another auto attack off.
Okay.
Maybe another auto attack and another Q, or something. 2 auto attacks. But Lee Sin should have died there if you had used your tornado, and then she would have died for sure, because Thresh Lantern and Veigar would kill Kindred if he had lived longer. But that was your tiny thing that you could have done better. And then you went all the way back to base. What? You walked back.
I felt like it would be faster than just waiting for my back, because I'm pretty fast, no?
You only have boots? No. So if you're outside, general rule is if you're outside like the base, just press B.
The problem is with that is like I feel like I've died too many times from doing that.
Well, I mean, like, so hold on, before this fight even happens, where is your vision? So watching it only from your vision, let's see what happens. So you just, okay, so right here, if you just stop and back in this brush, you have a vision of everyone coming to you.
Okay.
And in 8 seconds from now, you'd be in base. But instead, you walk to base, and instead of being in the base at 8:33, you're in base 20 seconds later.
Wow, that's a lot of time. Okay.
So.
Okay.
20 seconds where you could have been somewhere else on the map, or maybe save the tower more, I don't know. But 20 seconds is a lot. And then you use your tornado again, like, oof. You're just like, let me spam it whenever it's up.
I'm sorry, dude.
It's okay, it's fine. So, right now, in this situation, I don't use tornado. Why? I wait until Kindred is close to them, right?
Maximize the CC.
So right now, I start the tornado.
Okay.
Which direction do I throw the tornado in?
A little more up. Right?
I mean, you can't. Yeah, that's fine. But
I mean, you said that, I was thinking in my head. I mean, I would just throw it straight up. But
I mean, okay. So you have several options here. You can do this, and then throw it this way. Right. Another thing you can do is walk up here, and then throw it this way. But this one's a little bit later. It'll come a little bit later, but it's stronger because you can cut them off. Or if you throw it here, you might do it a little bit ahead of them to cut them off. But this one's another option for you. And then throwing it, like, you don't want to throw it up, obviously up too far, but somewhere, because they're looking to go up in this direction, so you can throw it slightly up this way and most likely hit them. But the one I would recommend the most is here and then downwards, and then the second one would be right where you are and just throwing it a little bit up and then hitting them this way. But charging it up all the way. And why are you charging it?
Will I have enough time though? If I walk all the way up there and then... Okay.
Because think about it. Not only do you exhaust, but Kindred has a slow as well on her E. So, who does she have marked right now? I can't tell. I think it's Jin. Yeah, it's Jin. So, because she has Jin marked, and he's the AD carry, you're guaranteed that the focus is going to be Jin, right? So, you can focus your tornado on blocking his path. And you know Kindred's going to slow him. So, what ends up happening is... wait a minute. So you know that by the time, like, you can walk up this way and then go this way. So this should be your path. Exhaust here, and then start tornado here, and then Kindred will slow him at the same time. So that what ends up happening is Jin's gonna be here by the time, like 4 or 5 seconds ends up. So you throw your tornado here in this exact direction, so that it knocks him up and keeps him here another 2 seconds.
Okay.
And then, like I said, so she throws out her slow on there. You exhaust them. He flashes, though. So, let's see.
I think we still kill him there though.
So maybe I'm a little bit wrong on this. Maybe I should have thrown it a little bit even higher, because then you would account for his flash too.
Okay.
And then
I think that's better. Yeah, because even if it's not, even if he's not gonna flash, it's just in case, and it's ahead of
like
him.
a wall. So
Yeah.
that's actually better. Yeah. So you do it here, which even if he doesn't flash, he'll have to walk up and then be like, all right, I can't go there because I have to turn around and wait longer. It's basically a wall that's blocking him for another 1 or 2 seconds, which keeps him there longer, and you have a higher chance of killing him. So yeah, you should be doing just a little bit higher up, because then if you'd have thrown it there, you would have gotten him right when he flashed too.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's important to like use that appropriately, because like what ends up happening now though is Ezreal has to flash, and maybe if you had Tornado in time, Ezreal wouldn't have to flash, and maybe like 5 minutes from now during a fight, Ezreal doesn't have to die because he still has flash. No, but like it adds up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah, all those like small things, they add up over time, become something pretty big. Yeah. I think we're going for drag here. Yeah.
Because I think the Tornado is probably one of the toughest things to do with Janna appropriately, but it's definitely one of like the strongest spells she has. Okay, so again with the Tornado here.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I should have, because when Lee came down, right, I should have tried to like block his like Q if he tries to Q on somebody rather than just knock Vigar up for a second for no reason.
Yeah. So right now what I would do here is, again, long-term Tornado. You want to invest, you know, get long-term returns on your Tornado. So somewhere thrown this way. Because if Vigar goes this way, he'll have a higher chance of dying because he's still kind of close to your team. He can't really do anything if he's on this side of the map anyway, because if he throws a Q, he has like, his range is...
It's not gonna reach,
Yeah, and then like a W would be like here. But you basically cut him off if you throw a Tornado this way, and that way he can't walk up and kill your teammates.
Okay.
Or he can, but you can delay him by having a maximum duration knockup on him.
Basically, I shouldn't just QQ. Just Q and hold it, and do it, like, make sure I think ahead. Okay.
Because it's the equivalent of using your Lulu polymorph. You want to make sure you're reducing their damage as much as possible. Let me look at the timer again real quick. Okay, so if you would have started at around 5 seconds, and then you would have let it go at 8 seconds, which means right now Veigar would be getting knocked up.
Kindred would have died.
She probably would have still died. It's a very like small timing, but or you could have let go of the Tornado 2 seconds earlier, and then maybe she would have reacted fast enough. That was her fault for being completely out of position, even though, you know, vision was of him there. But if your team was good or whatever, if you had held the Tornado there and they would have, what do you call it, played around it appropriately, then you guys would have gotten the kills.
See, like, I don't auto on team fights. I don't know if you noticed that, but...
I mean, here, it's really hard for you.
I shouldn't auto? Okay.
You don't have any mana or anything. Your team shouldn't be fighting it at all.
I mean, we were still 3v2 though, which... Wow.
I mean, the problem was you guys didn't have any spells, but they did, and you guys got caught like one at a time, and you weren't able to do anything because you didn't have any mana.
After you told me about my Qs, I'm like, every time I see it's like, no!
Right, because you just throw them up. Just like free stealth thief stacks, but then nothing else.
Yeah. Well, I just throw them up because I don't know. I guess it's like just in my head. Like, oh, I can knock them up right here.
Oh. If you had started a Tornado right here, Or even if you walked him up and then did a quick tornado here. Like, this is the one situation where you couldn't use a quick Q, is if you walk up to him here, and then you tornado him right now. Do you do that?
I didn't have tornado. I did. Wait, right there, but I don't know. It's
I'll watch it again. 2 seconds. Okay, you have it up right now. So you can make him take another tower shot here if you used it immediately.
Okay.
And
oh, he's stupid. I think he dies here.
What?
I don't know, man. This is like I'm level 21, so.
But the thing is, so if he wasn't dumb, he wouldn't have gone back in. But he would have been like at 150 health, right?
Yes.
And Ezreal lived. So Ezreal, if he was good, he'd be able to snipe him after you make him take another extra tower shot.
Okay.
And you guys end up being ahead for that trade.
Okay.
Because I've seen this stuff, this kind of exact play happen minus Thresh going back in and dying in like high elo. But it ends up being a good turnaround for your team if you play it like appropriately.
Okay.
So again, whoa, hold on. I'm just gonna go back over. So again, the quick thing is, the one time that I do recommend using the quick Q is when you see him under tower and he's about to leave the tower range. Because that way, guess what? You can make him take an extra tower shot by keeping him there like another half second longer.
Okay.
So, a good thing to point out. Okay.
Oh, you missed this Q.
Lucky. Dang, what is it doing? What is that flash? Is he gonna die to Jhin? He's not dying to Jhin anytime soon.
I don't know.
But anyway, so right now you're like out of mana, so I would back sooner. I mean, you have enough for a shield, but as soon as you see Jhin leave, you can leave because Jhin doesn't have ult anyway.
Okay.
So you should leave and go run somewhere else.
Okay.
Okay. So right now in this situation, I'd go mid and start staying there a little bit longer. Why? Because no one's gonna kill Ezreal here anyway. But I can help Echo and then start roaming top if I need to.
I think I do that. I think I do that. Do I? Yeah, I think I'm going mid. Or I'm warding up.
Here comes the boots of speed. See, one thing though is
you feel so fast, man. It's like woo, Superman mode.
But this being this little bit extra faster compared to Swifty is, you know, does it really help you in a team fight?
No. Probably not.
Because I mean, like, at this point, I might actually consider not even going Boots of Swiftness, but instead going Boots of Lucidity. Why? Because our entire team has to play defensive at this point. And you want to cap out your CDR as fast as you can so you can have maximum utility, right? So this is like one of the few situations where if my entire team is behind and I have to play defensively, I'm not going to be really going into the jungle or anything like that. So I should be as useful as possible, aka cooldown reduction to the max, and helping save my team.
Right, because Janna is all about her skills. She's a utility support, yeah. Okay.
So, let me show you something. Alright, what's going on mid and what's Janna doing?
Looking. I'm just, oh my god, dude. I make myself cringe looking at this. This is awful. Oh my god, what am I doing?
BRB, let me contest blue buff while my teammate dies, because the blue buff is the most important objective in the game.
Oh my god, man.
Did you... I think you pinged for Jhin, too.
Oh my god.
What is that tornado?
No. Yep. Oh my god. I'm gonna try and stop doing that stuff. Especially those tornadoes.
You got your teammate killed because you didn't go there. So right now, Veigar and Thresh should have died if you were there. And you had exhaust too. This is pretty depressing.
Dude, don't even.
Okay, we're just gonna speed up through this because shit happens. Rough. What is that flash?
I noticed that too. I was like, oh god.
Yo, what? You can save him here.
Now when these two are there, how am I supposed to go? And they're gonna jump on me. What am I?
You have ult. Well, okay, I guess it is really risky, but if Ezreal is good, I would try to save him. I would have ulted there. I mean, before he even silenced you.
I didn't think it's gonna kill me. That's why I didn't.
But next time you'll know it kills you, right?
Yeah, Jesus, I was like, I had half of my health, he just like...
Yeah, because look.
I disappear, I'm like, what?
475 plus 72 true damage to champions.
Yeah, I was shocked, I was like, oh... I was not ready for that.
But next time you'll be ready.
Yes. Cho'Gath.
Anyway. At this point in the game, you've like misplayed so much stuff that you can't really carry with utility.
Yeah, I didn't think I'm that bad. God.
But I mean, like, you don't die a lot, but you don't, like, you need to be helping your team more.
Oh, stop doing that, jeez.
Okay, let me just build a time machine and tell myself to stop doing it.
Damn it, man. It's like, you told me, I didn't think I did that much. But I do like a shit ton. He freaked out, I think.
Yeah.
Very open. Ooh.
Well, that sucks. At least you're rushing and lock it, though. That is the appropriate thing to do in this situation.
Really? I don't know. I don't even think that I rushed lucky because I was thinking that's the right thing to do. I think I just like did it because I was. Like, I do it almost every game. I usually rush like either lock it or froze him out. Oh,
so, are you lock it on Janna? Okay, so I built Janna full AP as well. Because she can play like Soraka with her ult if you go AP.
Mm-hmm.
And you can still do a lot of damage with Janna. So, I mean, but I usually get lock it. If they have like 2 APs or something, or even like one bursty AP like Veigar, it's really good to have a lock it. But after that, same build as Lulu Morello's and Rabadon's. Because then,
Janna? Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I looked at I use a site called Korean Builds.
I mean,
looking like what Koreans build because they usually know what they're doing.
I mean, I do the same thing, but it's I think if you can play Janna safe and well enough, you can abuse her really hard. On top of getting Medjai's too, because if you end up being full AP and not getting killed and being in a good position all the time, you can do so much healing with your ult that it's like you can win a team fight as if you had Soraka ult.
Do you think I have a good positioning?
Well, I think if you can keep practicing, you can get better and try to use it.
Oh, you can always get better.
Since I don't see you dying a lot at all on Janna anyway, I think it might be useful for you, but you just have to make sure you see those fat openings, I want to say, where it's like you can go in the center of your team, kind of in the back line. So it's like, let's see. So, pretend like Janna isn't there, but Janna's like another champion, right? Pretend this is another champion, whatever. Their team is all collapsing on you guys. And then you just come in here, and then you blow your ult, and then your entire team is basically back to full health if you're AP Janna. Like, this kind of stuff is where AP Janna, like, comes in really.
Usually, you know, it's a problem sometimes where I want to use my ult to heal people. Like I ping them, like come closer to me. Like a lot of people don't do that. They just like walk away. Like I would ult in place, right? There's nobody around. I would ult in place and they just walk out. I'm like
the time you wanna ult, save your ult though, is in a team fight, right? So you see somebody on their team just use a gap closer or something.
Okay.
And then your team is starting to get low anyway. Immediately start ulting even if you're not really getting anybody away. But ulting so that like one of the situation. Oh my god, this Janna tornado sound is so annoying. Okay. Oh, well the pause button doesn't work anymore. That's great. Anyway, so one of like a popular, you know, kind of team fight scenario. So let's say something like this, tanks in the front or something. Your team is like here, ADC, support, mid, top,
jungle.
Top. Okay, so in this kind of situation, I don't know, their top laner just used the gap closer and something on your team. This is where, if your team is like starting to become like half health or something, you have this entire area to start healing. Like even if you just ult here, your ult is gonna be big enough for this entire thing, right? So even though like everybody's poking from both sides equally or something like that, your team can win in this situation is if you're like AP Janna, for example.
So like if I'm playing that game, let's say the top laner was like a Malphite and he like ults, then I should ult?
I mean, yeah, that's fine. You can
something like that.
But hold on. But don't ult immediately. Like wait for your team to get low. You don't want to waste your ult, right? So even if
no, I mean like if they're pretty low, I think they're gonna die in that situation.
Like Malphite ults, whatever, they all start capitalizing, and then suddenly in the next 1.5 seconds, your team is all half health. You can ult right now and turn the entire team fight around.
Okay.
Like if you have enough AP on Janna. Now your entire team is back to full health. They just wasted a bunch of sums or whatever spells, and this is your like small timing window for your team to go back.
Why won't more people play Janna? She sounds OP, dude.
A lot of people do play Janna.
Really? I don't see too many Jannas.
What? Do you want me to pull up like the most popular support list right now? You don't believe
I see a lot of Thresh.
What?
Which I think he's a really good support, but here, you see that? Like look at this echo. I'm like, bruh. Like I want to right there so he can heal up.
Give me a second. I'm gonna make this go really. Wait, hold on. First, let me go on. Stats.
You can approve it.
Look at the fifth most popular support, Janna. Number 1 is Raka, then Blitzcrank, then Taric, then Sion, then
Sion? That is complete. I've never seen a Sion.
Wait, hold on. Pick rate this is win rate popularity. Pick rate popularity. Number 1 is Janna, number 2 is Thresh, Blitzcrank, Alistar, Taric. And then let me go on KR.
I mean, I've never like reached level 30 yet, so maybe that's why. I guess it's kind of skewed, but for me, I don't see too many Jannas.
Oh, you'll see it in rank all the time. So in Korea, highest win rate support is Sion, then Blitzcrank, then Zillion, then Alistar, then Janna. Highest pick rate is Alistar, Thresh, Blitzcrank, Braum, Soraka, and then I'm sure after that, number 6 is Janna.
Okay. So, I believe you. I trust you, man.
She's up there. Okay, but anyway, so let's see what happened. Let me see what happens. Ezreal gets caught.
Ah, do it again.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh wait, this is the same team fight as before.
Oh, that was about to say.
Yeah, and Ezreal dies. And then everybody goes over here.
Yeah, I'm like, do you see this? Like, look at this. Like, the Kendrick comes back, which is cool. But like,
technically, right here, right after you're out of his ult, right here is where you should have ulted. Why you should have ulted here? Your entire team would have turned around here and killed Lee Sin if you had ulted here. Right now, because they're not smart, they're running away, and Pantheon is gonna die because you don't ult in time. You ulting all the way here gets this guy killed.
Okay.
So,
oh man, what a terrible person I am.
You're not a terrible person. You're just new in the game, bro. Come back to me in 3 years, we'll see.
Oh, Pantheon, I'm sorry.
But
3 years? Jesus, man.
No. It could be less. It could be tomorrow if you want me to.
Yeah.
If you feel like you're good enough tomorrow to have improved.
Yeah, and just like probably like 2 games in.
Give me that Q though.
Yeah, stop. I can't. Those Qs, they like I never looked at them that way. Now it makes me cringe. Like, oh.
Like the thing is, you could have saved it to try to block his ward hop too.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Like usually when I see him Q, that's when I'll think about it. But like a ward hop, don't really think about that. When I play Thresh though, I would try and like flame out of like ward hop. But with Janna, I've never done that.
Yeah, you should be doing them with both. So it's fine if you can try to stop the lead Q, but also the ward hop is also pretty good if you can try to stop that. But again, that's pretty hard. Like you have to out predict them. It's really hard to land it without predicting.
I think now it's like they're just kind of collapsing on our base, basically.
Yeah, your team's 10,000 goals behind, and at this point, there's not. Yeah, at this point, there's not really much for you guys to do.
Yeah.
Everyone's just losing and dying all over the map.
Oh, I don't know if that was a good idea. If you go back a little bit over there when I ulted, I try to ult him into the wall because doesn't it give you like more of a stun?
Yeah, it's not a stun, but it kind of like they don't do anything for a second and something.
Yeah. Okay.
The only problem here is like Kindred's not kiting, so her not kiting kind of forces her to use ult. Because I don't know what she's doing. This is her being bad. You played that fine.
Oh, watch this. Boom. Nope.
Dang.
Oh, I made that out alive. I was like, yeah, baby.
And now she's back with a good KD. KD hasn't been destroyed yet.
Oh, man.
Damn. But at this point,
yeah, it's all
done. Alright. So then, do you have any other questions on the other stuff I could address?
Just tell me like what I should be focusing on the most. Not only with Janna, but from what you've seen as a support player in general. What are my like worst aspects?
So spell efficiency and Rummy.
Okay.
So I mean, like with Alistar, I saw that you remember the combo. You comboed him into the wall, but you used your entire combo instead of holding it. You know, the W, auto attack, and then Q if he's next to a wall, because then you can keep him there longer. With Janna, you keep using your shields on yourself in lane during the early game, which makes it so you don't get the kills. And then some of the auto attacks, like you're not staying in line with your ADC. Like, you know, you have to read your ADC earlier and then go in on Jhin and shield Ezreal instead of yourself. And you guys would be winning way earlier in lane. And then the tornadoes, the rest of the game.
Oh, I know that one now.
hopefully, I pointed those out enough.
Oh my god.
But I mean, that goes along with spell efficiency and whatnot. So you should just try to reduce the enemy damage as much as possible. And then whatever better wards and whatnot will keep
you see, like right there, I think that tornado was okay because of Ezreal's not Ezreal's, but Echo's W. I think it's his W, right? Right there. I was just too stalled.
Yeah, this is fine. This
okay.
This is good.
Okay.
If you can do this, that's perfect.
Okay.
Because this makes it so now you guys stun Jhin. Yep. No, that's perfect. Well done.
Alright, sweet.
This is the same thing as like the tower one. But anyway, so hopefully Did I address all your questions?
Yes, that helped a lot. Thank
Okay,
you.
good.
Alright, man, I appreciate it.
Yep. Let me know if you have any other questions and stuff like that. I'll try to be available. Like, whatever, if you have random questions, I got you with them answers, hopefully.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Right. Hopefully this was useful, and hopefully, you know...
Thanks for going 46 minutes.
Over?
More, yeah.
You're good. Just come back to me, and then, you know, after you get level 30 and show me you got platinum, and then your gold fern's, like, jealous of you or something like that. That'd be pretty cool.
I'll try my best. Alright, man. Thank you.
Alright. Yep.
Take care.
You too.